5 years ago, to the day, I released my first ever feature film. My first film, really. I did like skits and YouTube stuff for a while, but never like a proper movie with a lot of work and thought put into it. Still not a lot of work and thought, but you know, more than nothing. And since it was 5 years ago today, I thought it would be fitting or apropos to talk about it again. It's been a while. I did 1 year after it came out, I did a whole making of thing that was like 30 minutes long. And I did a special edition in 2019 where I re-edited it, added some new stuff, took out some stuff. But I haven't really talked about it since. And it's been 5 years, so why not now? So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to review my movie. Because I never really did that, I just sort of talked about it, and I will talk about it here, but... So I'm going to review my movie. I'm also going to talk about it, but... like, the making of it and stuff, but, you know, I'm also going to review it and talk about it in a different way. Let's go. So, first things first, what the fuck is this opening? You can see me in the reflection, first off. Second off, way to kill the pace with just, you know, this long walking scene of me walking down the fucking street. Originally, this whole opening was gonna be, it was gonna be a long opening, but instead of just being a long shot of me walking down the street and nothing else happening, it was gonna be shots from various locations that would show up later in the movie. So it would show like the trampoline that shows up later, just locations from the movie, and then it would cut to me on the couch. I guess to kind of like set up those areas to show that these would be points, locations of interest, I guess. But no, it's fine. Just shoot one shot of you walking down the street. It'll be fine. So anyway, we start with me waking up, and already we have a problem. Screenwriting 101. It's pretty famous that in Screenwriting 101, they teach you to never start your screenplay or movie with your character waking up. It is the most cliched thing in existence, and it's just very uncreative, because oh, when does the story start? Well, when does my day start? Oh, when I'm in bed, so it must be like the character waking up, and that's what starts the story. It's not creative, and yeah, it's very cliched. Now, a big part of this movie intentionally was to satirize. It's called Home Movie the Movie. It was supposed to be kind of a parody or an homage to home movies, and some like mistakes or cliches were definitely intentional, but a lot of them weren't, and it's very hard to tell just watching it. I know which ones were intentional and which weren't, and I'll tell you, but just watching it, it's very difficult to tell which mistakes are supposed to be intentional for comedic sake, and which are just genuine mistakes. And we haven't even started the story yet. You can see Joseph in the reflection filming me, but we can't do a retake because it's all in one take. I don't know why this opening scene is in one take. It makes no fucking sense. I guess just to show off, but nothing really happens that like is showing off. It's just a one take scene. I guess I should explain why I wake up with glasses on. Originally, the movie was going to start with a big party scene with all the characters. Well, it would start with all the locations, the location montage, and then it would cut to a party scene with all the main characters who would show up in the movie. They would all be there, and it would sort of set into motion. It would be kind of like a prologue, just set up what's going to happen with them. For example, like Jordan, to foreshadow him being a killer, like I would do something to piss him off, so that would explain why he wants to kill me in the beginning of the movie. Joseph would do something to establish that he's not happy with the friendship, which would lead to the next day where he says,
"Our friendship is dead. Listen."
But eventually I cut it for two reasons. One was to satirize the whole starting your movie with waking up. I think that was just me after the fact trying to justify it. I think the real reason was it would be very difficult to film all the characters in one area, to get all the actors, to get all my friends in one area to shoot the scene. And I could have done it with film trickery and just not including them and, you know, having them all be in separate shots, but I felt like it would have just not felt like a party at all. Like it would have just, I don't know, I felt like it wouldn't have worked. By the way, I'm reviewing the special edition version. I'll get into why, but in short, I think it's the better version. Actually, kind of funny joke. Actually, I just realized I don't have to like explain that much to you, because since it's my movie, I can literally just play like the full clip of what I'm talking about. Like I don't have to be like, oh, so Nathan walks out and when he goes out the door stops. Like no, I can just show you the whole clip. So that's useful. So as the opening credits end, Joseph barges in, and we immediately get the crippling flaw of this movie, in my opinion at least. Maybe it's just because it's me doing it and I'm embarrassed. It's the constant edgelord, haha 2016 humor. He immediately makes a rape joke, and it's just really not good. It's just shock humor. It's not funny. And every time it comes up in the movie, it's just like, ugh. I don't really rewatch this movie too often because I know that there's gonna be, I know these jokes are coming. And it's a shame because I really do like this movie for the most part. Like, you know, it was my first movie. I have a soft spot for it. But I don't rewatch it that often because I know what's in it. I guess that's really all I have to say about it. I probably won't really recommend this movie because of it. Like, I probably won't say, hey, here's the link, go watch it, because of these jokes. I mean, if you're fine with it and you can put up with it, then go nuts. But I mean, I wouldn't. And then we improv for a bit, and it's not funny.
Shit is gonna happen. Shit is not happening. Shit is happening. Shit. That's gonna happen. Defecation shit is gonna happen. It's not happening right now. It's gonna happen. Defecation is not happening. It's happening.
That could be the whole movie, really. That should have been the title of the movie. Okay, one reason why I think the special edition is slightly better is because, one, I did cut out some of the edgy jokes, so there's less of them. But two, the bloopers are included during the course of the movie. Now, in the original edition, the movie just goes along as normal, and then at the end there's a 10-minute credit sequence of just bloopers. And it would be like Joseph's bloopers, and then Matthew's bloopers, and then my bloopers. It works so much better when you're just watching the movie and then all of a sudden a blooper happens and you don't expect it. That's the thing. Because most blooper reels aren't really that funny because you know, like, oh, someone's about to screw up their line. But in this version, the movie's just happening and then a blooper just happens out of nowhere and we break down, we break character and start laughing. And it works so much better than if, like, oh, here comes another blooper. And it also helps this home movie vibe. That was the reason I included the bloopers in the first place, was because it was supposed to be like a bunch of kids having fun making a movie, which in real life that's what we were doing. But that was also kind of the point of the movie. Because for those that don't know, it was originally called Johnny 674, the movie, which was my original channel name. It was just gonna be like about my channel, and it would have lots of references and stupid shit like that. And then when I changed my channel name to CineasteStudios, the first thing I thought, well, it can't be Johnny 674 the movie anymore. So what am I gonna call it? Home Movie the Movie. One, it's a funny title. Two, it works better because by the time I had changed my channel name, I had only filmed a couple scenes. And then when I changed the name and I was like, okay, now it's Home Movie the Movie, that's when I filmed most of it. And it really just, it helped give the movie its an identity, I guess. Because like I knew this is supposed to be fun. Like I think in the first couple scenes I shot for it, I was like taking it really seriously, way too seriously. And yeah, I think including the bloopers just gives it that this is some movie some kids made that you found on like, I don't know, back in the old days you would find it on like a VHS that they had taped over, but nowadays you would find like a DVD-R disc of it.
You're not wondering why I'm trying to deliver this package though?
I don't fucking care.
Why don't you care?
It's your package.
Well, I'm trying to do this.
Oh, what's in the package?
I don't know.
You're delivering something you don't know.
Well, it's for a friend.
It says resent to me in 7 years.
Yeah, it says resend to me in 7 years. It's been 7 years. This package is dated 2009.
The reason the package is dated 2009, by the way, that's a remnant of Johnny 674, the movie, because it was originally supposed to be Trevor, the guy I originally started making videos with, and he was going to be the one who sent me the package, and I would be trying to deliver it to him, and he would have like a cameo at the end. So it was supposed to tie more directly into like my channel.
You know what?
This friendship is over.
What?
You heard me. This friendship is over.
Why?
Because of you!
That doesn't answer my question adequately.
Oh, we're doing things. Joseph is there?
This is another thing for the special edition. It includes more flashbacks. See, this is a video me, Christian, and Joseph actually made after the movie, but it's a replacement for what would have been the party scene. Like, it establishes our friendship a little bit. It kind of breaks the pacing because you're in the middle of this conversation between me and Joseph, and it doesn't really flow well into the flashback, but I think it's a fine addition. Let's say that. Again, edgy jokes, what I expected at this point.
Taco Bell.
I have a plan to beat this guy.
Alright.
Alright? What we're gonna do is we're gonna find something. We're gonna walk out there, we're gonna find something, we're gonna sneak around. We're gonna find. Shut up!
You're gonna find something, not me!
Why me? One package is not my problem. T-Boy came here so you could kill him.
This is bullshit! We're never getting out of
You're
here
bullshit.
without us working together.
We're gonna find a weapon of some sort. We're gonna take it and we're gonna be like down the ground, crawling around like in horror movies, and then we're gonna throw it, and he's gonna be like,
He dodges to see the other thing.
unbeknownst to him, we're gonna have a baseball bat. We're gonna get up, and when he turns around, when he turns back, we're gonna sock him right with the baseball bat. That would only work on an idiot. You go first. No, you go first. No, ladies first. Let's go at the same time.
Lame masturbation joke. Go.
Get the fuck.
So this whole thing was just because I couldn't get my friend Jordan. I couldn't get him back to do. So I just filmed it with Matthew playing Jordan, and it's dumb, and it's, yeah, I don't like that. I like how the killer's a joke. I think that's kind of funny. I like how Joseph like bumbles in to the room.
Joseph, get back here! He's a killer!
Oh shit! Oh.
Again, it was Jordan being the killer was going to be set up in the party scene, but here it just comes out of nowhere. And again, it doesn't really make sense because if you don't know who Jordan is, this is the first time you see him in the movie or his character. So it's just like, what? Who is this? Jordan is just Matthew in a ski mask. But then later when you see Jordan show up, it's like, what? Oh, this is Jordan now? It's a really dumb scene.
Why are you fighting with one hand? I gotta get out of here.
Us yelling, it's a lot of the movie. I like the chase scene where I'm chasing Joseph. I think that was a fun scene.
Mind giving me that back? No, fam. Oh, shit. Get the shit. Come for it, fam.
So Christian was supposed to be in this phone call conversation.
Bye, asswipe.
I was going to have him record, he was going to record a video of him talking on the other side of the phone call. He didn't want to film it for various reasons. So he's not in this scene, and he's not in the movie, which leads to the twist ending, which I'll get to. See, and I will give props here. The whole Matthew changing his shirt thing, well, I guess it wasn't like intentional, but it was like, we deliberately leaned into it. So basically a running joke with Matthew's character is that he changes clothes. And sometimes he will change clothes multiple times in a scene. And the first time it was legitimately like, oh, he just wore different clothes this day when filming, so just make a joke out of it. And that was something I was proud of, by the way, is that I made sure to tell Joseph to bring the same Ramones t-shirt because the whole movie was taking place in one day. So I was like, wear that same Ramones t-shirt that you wore on the first day we filmed whatever scene we filmed, so that there's not a continuity error with your shirt. And I kept that fucking like blue and red shirt for like a fucking year. But Matthew, after the first couple times, I was just like, wear whatever. And that is a thing that would happen in a home movie. Just constant continuity errors. And that's what I kind of mean. Like the first time he wore different clothes, we just thought of an excuse, or thought of a joke to excuse it. But then by like the 20th time he changes clothes, we intentionally like really leaned into that joke.
Nathan, I gotta tell you something.
Really? Whoa, man, what is it?
What are you so excited about? I just changed clothes.
Why?
Fun fact, the thunder in this scene was real. It was storming outside, and it was just very well timed thunder. I didn't add that in. That was that was just very lucky, and I'm really happy we got that in the movie.
I have to tell Nathan. Could it be? Fucking Comic Sans?
So the TV scene, so this one's weird because if you don't know the intent and the story of this scene, I wonder how it plays to someone who didn't know why this scene was in the movie. So the reason for this scene was, originally the movie was an anthology film, meaning it would be a bunch of different storylines. So it would be like me and Matthew have a little adventure and then that's it. And then another friend and me would have a little adventure and then I'd go through like a couple friends all on the same journey to deliver the package. And this was kind of a remnant of that, where me and Matthew's story was that a TV came to life and it was like a horror thing and the TV would like shoot lasers and stuff, but I don't know what I was thinking because there was no fucking way I was doing that kind of visual effects stuff. So eventually I settled on the TV just being in Comic Sans and insulting Matthew, and that was it, and me just kicking him out.
What is it, Matthew?
The TV.
The TV?
Yes. What the fuck, man? You don't believe me?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm putting on my other clothes for this. I use Tide.
And yeah, the scene works better, but I wonder, like, without all that context, I wonder what that scene, like, how that scene plays to someone who doesn't understand what's happening or why this is happening. And I had already filmed another scene where I mentioned, like, oh, a TV shot lasers. So I threw in a line like,
If anyone asks, I'm saying like that the TV shot lasers and shit.
What's up, motherfucker?
you know, that is the best way to start a fight scene. Also, most of this movie is just stolen music. Like, it's public domain music, some of it. But, like, some of it is just 8-bit remixes of, like, Modest Mouse songs. So it's like it's still copyright infringement. I just wanted to use a copyrighted song in the movie. I didn't want to get a copyright claim, so I used the 8-bit version. And again, that was intentional. That was intentional, having like this loud, like, generic action music for every scene, for every fight scene, and having like fight scenes in the movie. Because, you know, when you if kids make like a home movie, it's not like some drama where people talk. It's like there's fighting, and they play like super loud, dumb music. I just want to give special mention to the Joseph and Matthew fight scene. I kind of like it. Flashback to me and Christian, and it's all taken from actual videos we made together. This is the only time Christian's in the movie, by the way, is these like when he's like 11. So, yeah.
Can I smoke a box? Yeah.
Shit, it's fuck.
I'm not in there though, right?
No, you're not.
So then why is my name on there?
Because it's a bait and switch. The twist in the movie is that you're not in it. And so that's the twist. So I had to keep it on the front cover.
Why didn't you just wait? So me not being in the movie is part of the story of the movie?
Yes. Well, I mean,
So
no,
obviously-
that's the plot twist of the movie, is that you're not in it. That's the...
And then there's this weird story, like, caveat. There's this weird beat where I just give up on delivering the package. Like, what? Why? That was your whole goal. I had taken care of Joseph. I had beaten him up. You know, Matthew was nowhere to be seen since the whole TV debacle. So, like, I could have just walked out and delivered it to Christian. But for no reason at all, I just give up for a second and then walk to the backyard. And then the whole Justin scene happens, where I suddenly de-age, which wasn't intentional, but I thought was funny. We have a whole bit that's kind of funny, I guess. Again, I don't really know how this plays to someone else, because, like, I'm so familiar with this joke. Because, like, I thought it up, I filmed it, I edited it, like, 5 years ago. So, like, I know what's coming. Like, I know exactly where the joke is going as soon as it starts. So, like, of course, it's not, like, I don't laugh at that joke because I've already heard it, basically. And that's really the whole movie. I can't really say if this movie is, like, funny or not. I can say, like, the edgelord jokes aren't funny. But as for the rest, I can't really say because I don't know how it would... I don't really know how someone who's not me would react to some of this stuff.
So I came to fight you. No more bullshit. No more virgin moguls. Fuck you.
Terrible fucking audio. There's a deleted scene of us walking in the special edition. It's completely pointless. I just added it to say I added a scene. Something I learned from this movie, audio is fucking important. So this whole scene where Matthew is like,
I set you up. What? I know you put that feather duster in your inventory. Me and Christian came here to fuck you up. I'm not Christian.
this was a relic from the original plotline where Trevor was the one who sent me the package and I was trying to deliver it to Trevor, and Christian would be the main villain trying to stop me. So he would have hired Matthew to do it. So Matthew's like, I'm working with Christian. But the scene's alright if you can understand what we're saying.
Wait, I'm alive. No, I'm dead. What the fuck did I just have?
Now, when the hell did you get there?
And the camera angles just suck. The cinematography in this movie, a lot of the times, just isn't great. I literally just put the camera down wherever and like filmed something. Whoop-de-doo. Sometimes it's good. We have this lame walking scene, which in concept, supposed to be like a parody of like sad scenes in movies where it's like dun, 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 and it's like so sad. And it's just a sad scene. Like, I mean, there are some jokes. Like, I run into the post or whatever, to the sign. But most of it is just a walking scene. Like, it's just a sad walking scene. And also, I just stole another Modest Mouse song, 8-bit version. The cinematography here is pretty good. I still love that shot of me looking at the fountain. I really love that shot. But other than that, this scene has no purpose. Although, I shit-talk the music choice, but I like this little bit at the end where it's timed with Matthew hitting the baseball bat on the ground, and it's like doo-doo-doo-doo. Matthew's mad that he doesn't have a subplot, which was kind of for real because the movie was pretty short and it needed to be longer. So I literally just like, Matthew, you're mad that you don't have an extra subplot in this movie, and that's your subplot to make the movie longer. I don't want to keep just saying, oh, this is a fun scene, because I don't know, like, I'm sure to other people this is just fucking boring. This is just a boring scene, because you don't have that same, like, because I remember the memory of, like having a fun little choreography moment and, like, fighting with Matthew, but for you, it's just, like, what's happening? Why are they fighting again? So, anyway, I beat up Matthew.
Oh shit, your channel on a flash.
Like in this movie that everyone kind of like beats each other at least once, which wasn't intentional. It was just the way the story was originally planned, and I just think it works because when we inevitably have the three-way brawl at the end, it's even. Like, it makes sense that it's an even fight because it's not like I keep beating them up or Joseph keeps beating my ass or something. Like, we've all shown, it's been established that we're all pretty much equals in fighting, which is really funny to think about. So anyway, I beat up Matthew and I run into Jordan, who's killed Justin. This was the first scene I filmed for the movie, which is evident in me suddenly de-aging again.
kill this time?
You don't want to know.
I also just think it's funny that Justin is fucking dead in this universe.
Continue stabbing me.
So then we run into what was originally supposed to be the final scene in the movie, or the final action scene, but then the movie was too short, so I added another action scene, which is the three-way brawl. But this one, I love this trampoline action scene, for real. And this is so much better than the action scene that happens after this. And for some reason, I just think of this scene as like, this is what the movie is to me. It's fucking kids. It's just kids fucking around, having a good time. We're fucking playing on a trampoline, making a movie. And that's what the movie is. And I think the trampoline fight scene is the best example of that. And I think it shows because the trampoline scene, that was always how the movie was going to end. It was originally going to be a fight with Christian, and then it changed to a fight with Joseph. And it was legitimately supposed to be the end. Like, I had planned out the scene from like when I first thought of the idea of the movie and thought of the plot. I was like, okay, the ending is going to be on the trampoline, and this is what's going to happen in the trampoline fight. And I think it shows. You know, it's just fun, it's silly, and it would have been a good conclusion to the movie, but it ran really short without what's about to happen next. So, yeah.
Shit! Oh god!
Get back here, bitch! Oh. Give me that!
See you later, Bam. Fuck you.
I guess I should explain what happened with Trevor, like what the ending would have been. The original ending was me and Trevor playing fucking Rock Band 2 and singing a song. It was going to be Modest Mouse Float On, which was originally why I included it in the beginning. See, it was supposed to tie in, because like one of the first videos I made, I think I did a I React video to the video where I sing Float On Rock Band with Trevor. It was like one of the first videos I ever made. And again, it was called Johnny 674 the movie. So it was gonna tie into like the early days of my YouTube channel and all that stuff. And so it would end like with me singing and him playing drums or something over the credits. And then when I realized I wouldn't be able to get Trevor to be in the movie, it was gonna still be Trevor, but I would have the ending that happens in the movie, where I realize that the person who sent me the package just did it to cause me trouble, and they don't actually want to reconcile. But then I was like, no, that doesn't work. And so then I was like, okay, Christian can be take Trevor's place, and then at the end of the movie, I would meet up with Christian, and we wouldn't like sing a song or anything. We would just talk and like make up and make friends again. And then when Christian couldn't be in the movie, I went back to that original ending I went with when I knew Trevor couldn't be in the movie. He was just playing me the whole time. He didn't want to reconcile. He just sent me the package to hope I get into trouble, which I'll talk about more in a second. But I think is a better ending. So this fight scene.
Oh my god, I can believe it.
No, pussy.
What?
I highly doubt that you will be doing that.
This fight scene is completely improvised, whereas the trampoline one and all the other ones previously, we had a basic idea. I specifically remember like talking with Joseph about like the choreography for the end of the chase scene fight, where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna swing the stick at you and it's gonna get stuck in the ground, and then you're gonna punch me, and then like you're gonna try and throw the package at me as like a projectile, but I'll catch it. And then like we talked about that. This next fight scene was completely improvised. And it really shows, because we just fucking do random shit. And it just keeps going, by the way. You think it's over and then it starts again.
I dealt with you as you dealt with him. And now they're both finished. This is a word to Nathan's YouTube channel that is soon getting deleted. If you don't comply with all the demands that are being made.
This friendship. Oh god, gamer die, bitch.
I do like how the final blow, the final shot, was set up earlier.
Take this!
What kind of bullshit ass dough is that?
Bitch!
And I think it's a pretty good ending. Like, we end Matthew's storyline, and we'll get to Joseph's ending in a little bit. And I think it's a pretty good ending. And here's why I think Christian, like, turning on me, basically, is a better ending. Because the whole movie, in my eyes, is about friendship. Because it's a very, to put it in a cheesy way, like, the friendship was right there all along. You know?
You are the biggest asshole I have ever met. I hope this package put you through a lot of shit.
Which is weird, because I'm still good friends with Christian, but, you know, in terms of the movie, that was the point. And it drives it home, because I immediately go back and just talk to Joseph. That's the end of the movie.
He put me through all that, and he doesn't even want to, it's not even a good letter. Fucking put that back in there. Piece of shit. Hey, what? You know, the package turned out to be a really waste of time. What do you want to talk about?
And that draws the arc to a close. I learned to appreciate what I have. Joseph stops being a prick, I guess. I guess his character does that. I don't really know. And yeah, I think it's a good ending. I like it. Again, I'm very biased toward this movie for obvious fucking reasons. The special edition ends with a Dirty Dan episode. Now, Dirty Dan was a series me and Joseph worked on, and Jordan for a brief time, worked on, which was a total ripoff of Filthy Frank, and it featured similar humor, so you can probably guess where this is going. Surprisingly, though, it was kind of tame, this one. I mean, there were some edgy jokes, but not as much as I remember putting into some of these videos. And it's it's kind of embarrassing knowing that, like, because I remember me and Joseph, like, on a fucking Google Doc, like, editing it together, and I could tell which lines I had written. But it was kind of funny, I won't lie. I mean, again, I'm biased, and the actual edgy stuff I didn't laugh at. But, like the thing in editing was, I don't know what Joseph filmed his footage on, but for whatever reason during the footage, like, it just randomly cut to a freeze frame. Like, the video just stopped for a little bit, and so I didn't know what to do, so I just cut to an image, that image zoomed in and, like, boosted the volume.
Fuck it, Wesley, I had to fucking do this shit. I like anime too, but, you know, fucking BAM!
And it's a review of the movie, and it's very fucking accurate. Like, I could have just shown you this clip. It would have saved us however long this video is.
This movie is kind of fucking shit, actually. I mean, I know that 2003 Tommy Wiseau's Room was shit, but at least that one was hilarious to make fun of. This one is just sad. You know? Like, these fucking kids are just terrible actors. I mean, kind of like Tommy Wiseau. But, well, fuck it.
Trash! I know, right? It was so bad. I mean, I wasn't even in it.
I'm gonna fucking shoot you, Brad. BAM!
Get out here.
Well, that's one problem I have to deal with later. This entire video is a fucking problem.
Trash!
So most of this movie is shitty improv by a bunch of unfunny 3 teenagers that are fucking edgy as hell. I mean, there's no characters at all. They're just crappy attempts at jokes. It looks like no production went into this movie. It looks like they just used household items as a bunch of fucking props. I mean, like, literally, like, the weapon they had was a stick. I don't know where they got this stick, but it's a stick. And the package was like fucking, it was like a vinyl package for some shit reason. So in all, you should stay far, far away from this movie for your entire life.
What are they gonna do next? Make a Brad Dan movie?
And there's a little tease for the Brad Dan movie, which was a complete pile of shit, but that's a story for another day. And then in credits. And I include a clip from my first video on this YouTube account, because again, it was supposed to be Johnny674 the movie. That was the original plan to do that, to show that clip, but I still kept it because I thought, like, it's also a clip from 2009, so it does kind of tie in.
It's going in my movie.
Is it really?
No.
Holy shit, I finally fucking included that shot. So in 2015, in middle school, I during lunch one day, I just started filming, and I was like, oh, this is going in my movie. And then by the end of the video, it's like a 7-minute video that I just filmed during lunch. And during the video, I eventually I'm like, oh, I'll upload this to my YouTube channel. And I didn't. I didn't because it wasn't funny. And it was just awkward, because, you know, we're like middle schoolers, and also my crush was in there. And I didn't include it in the original movie. I think it was just because, like, it didn't fit. I couldn't find somewhere to fit it. But I'm glad I finally got to include it in the special edition. So it's an inside joke, but I don't know, I'm happy I finally got it in there somehow. So that was Home Movie the Movie Special Edition. I guess we'll talk briefly about Special versus Original Edition. The Original Edition I think is worse because it has a 10-minute end credit scene that breaks the pace, and it's 10 minutes of bloopers, and by minute 2 you know exactly where all the bloopers are going. Whereas in the Special Edition, you don't know when the bloopers are coming, so they have more impact, and they're funnier because of it. Again, I can't really speak for everyone else. They're funnier to me because it's just like you're watching the movie go along as normal, and then a blooper, and then the movie continues as normal. As opposed to the movie being over, and we're just keep watching like bloopers that mean nothing to the story. So I think the Special Edition is better. I would recommend watching that one if you can stomach some of the edgy jokes, and that's a big if. And overall, again, I'm very biased. Obviously, this was my first proper movie, and as you can tell, I have a lot to say about it, even 5 years later. And it'll always have a soft spot, but I think part of why I still enjoy it is not just because it is my first movie and it's sentimental and it reminds me of like, you know, the good old days or whatever the fuck. Like, it's a movie about like being young, like being a fucking stupid teenager and hanging out with your friends. Like, to me, the definitive shot of the movie in terms of like theme is the very last scene you see, which is Joseph trying to hit a Dr. Pepper can with a baseball bat to make it fucking spray everywhere.
Alright. You failed, fam. Come on, do it again. Shit. Oh, God! Yeah, man! Yeah! I did it, fam! I got that too, so it's gonna go in the credits.
It was so stupid. I don't know why we fucking did it. It was dumb, but we had fun. That's why we did it. And why did I put it in the movie? Because we had fun. I wanted to, you know, it was fun. And that's the movie. And I totally get that, like, you the viewer will probably not have this experience if you were to choose to watch this movie, which again I don't recommend, but that's what it is to me. I hope you enjoyed this long ramble. I thought this was gonna be an easy fucking video. I was just gonna talk for a little bit, coast on already knowing what I'm gonna say, but Jesus Christ, I rambled for far longer than I expected to. Thank you all for watching. I look back on this movie with fondness because I can look at it and see like how far I've come, which leads me to 1 week from today. Make Brad famous. It's gonna another movie I made. Hopefully it's better than this one. Check it out next week. I don't know what time. It should be a premiere, so you could watch it like premiere live. But so you can look and see what time it's going up and everything. I don't know what time at the time of filming this. Time. I talked for so long, my throat hurts. I'm just gonna stop now. Hope you enjoy. Check out my new movie out 1 week from now. And yeah.